Thought the WNBA drama had cooled off? Think again. Angel Reese just caught wind of her former teammate Brianna Turner training alongside public enemy number one, Caitlin Clark, and let's just say, she did not handle it gracefully. Was it betrayal? Jealousy? Or just a classic case of good old-fashioned pettiness? We're diving into the hilarious chaos, the subtle shade, and the full-blown social media meltdowns.
Has arrived in Indiana. ESPN says Caitlin Clark is not a top 5 player. The New York Liberty are creating a super team, and Unrivaled crowns their very first champions. You guys, there is so much to talk about today, so let's jump right in.
It looks like Angel Reese might just be angling for a future spot in the X Hall of Fame, and starring in what could be the most dramatic betrayal since Caesar met the Senate. Brianna Turner has officially left Reese in the rearview mirror, and honestly, was anyone really surprised? While Reese has been busy throwing fits like she's prepping for a reality show cameo, Turner has effortlessly found her way into Caitlin Clark's orbit, and they're clicking like old friends. Shocking, right? It's almost as if real talent and true teamwork actually matter more than ego. Who would have thought?
So, lads, it's looking like the Indiana Fever have signed a perfect player to have beside Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Dwana Bonner, Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull. Who else? Sydney Colson's still on this team, Damaris Dantas, and whoever they draft in the second round.
Angel Reese losing it over this is honestly the perfect punchline to the whole saga. Imagine thinking you're basketball royalty, only to find out your own teammate would rather link up with anyone else, especially Caitlin Clark, the very player who makes Reese's so-called skills look like a YMCA pickup game. If that's not poetic justice served ice cold, I don't know what is.
And of course you have Caitlin. Like, she had such a phenomenal rookie season, so many great accolades, and I think the jumping from season 1 to season 2 players can also make a really big jump, so I'm excited to see her growth from year 1 to year 2, and she hasn't reached her ceiling yet either, so I'm really excited to watch her growth as well.
Talk about you on the court. Like, what sort of attributes do you think you're going to bring, and where?
Angel probably figured Brianna Turner would stay loyally tucked in her shadow, forever worshipping at the altar of Reese's overhyped greatness. Instead, Turner bolted faster than fans fleeing an Angel Reese autograph session. Turns out, acting entitled, shooting death stares like you're gunning for a Disney villain role, and constantly demanding the spotlight doesn't exactly scream ideal teammate.
Actually, a workout video with Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark. Now, this is the first video where we've seen 2 players working out together from this team, so I want to live react to it with you guys. So obviously Coach KP is there. I feel like he never leaves the gym. You have Caitlin coming across the screen for a 3. It looks like with all of these, they're working on a screen and roll with Brianna.
Watching Turner instantly gel with Clark is either heartwarming or a gut punch if you're Angel Reese. Reese being shocked is like sticking a finger in an outlet and being surprised it hurts. You'd think by now, she'd realize arrogance doesn't hold teams together. Now she's stewing, probably plotting some petty comeback. Imagine the outrage. How dare they choose real talent over relentless drama? Turns out teamwork actually matters, but Angel was likely too busy admiring her reflection to notice. Turner and Clark move like a perfectly rehearsed dance, while Reese stumbles around pretending it's part of the act. 1 minute she's the face of women's basketball. The next she's stuck on the sidelines, watching Turner thrive. And honestly, everyone saw it coming.
I think I'm really just like a calming presence. I feel like I never get too high or get too low. People are like, why don't you smile more? Why don't you get excited? I'm like, I'm just chilling, I'm vibing. Like, I feel like I'm really an observer. But I am really competitive as well. I like to run the floor, like to play defense, like to win. And I think the Fever was a place to be if I wanted to win.
Maybe next time Angel Reese should try a wild concept. Humility. Imagine putting the team first, sharing the spotlight, and not treating every game like a personal flex. But that's too much to expect from someone whose whole brand is built on ego. Props to Brianna Turner and Caitlin Clark, the new iconic duo. Meanwhile, Reese can sit in her own drama, wondering why no one wants to play with her. Spoiler, it's because she keeps throwing sand. Turner and Clark are now besties in Indiana like nothing ever happened. And Reese, left on the sidelines, realizing she's not the queen bee, just another forgotten extra.
Would one say, for WNBA players, they should all stay off the tweet. If they can stay off Twitter, if that's the thing, if you can stay off Twitter and you're a Fever player, you're going to do well. You're going to do really, really well. But, yeah, obviously, she's done that. She's turned off replies. And with that being said, like, she is an unbelievable defender.
Turner and Clark linking up is like that teen movie moment when enemies realize they're better off without the drama queen. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is left like a forgotten Netflix series. Once popular, now irrelevant. You almost feel bad for her, until you remember the tantrums. Sympathy gone. Brianna Turner deserves an Oscar for pretending past shade never happened. Clark probably thought, if it annoys Angel Reese, I'm in. Imagine Reese's reaction, cryptic subtweets and Insta stories pretending she doesn't care. It's like being unfollowed by your ex-best friend, pretending it doesn't hurt. But we all know you're crying into your overpriced iced coffee.
I don't want there to be any team situations where you're coming between the Indiana Fever and that locker room, girl. I'm gonna make that very clear. I don't want to see that at all. So once again, you cleaned it up. You mentioned Caitlin Clark. You mentioned she hasn't hit her ceiling as well. But she is the offense here. She is the number one option. She is the franchise player. And I think you need to give recognition to that.
Indiana just upgraded from soap opera diva to dynamic duo. Angel Reese, who thought she'd reign supreme, is now yesterday's news, replaced faster than a phone after an update. Imagine thinking you're Beyonce, only to realize you're Michelle, quietly fading while Brianna and Caitlin steal the spotlight. That's gotta sting. Did Reese see this coming? Probably not. Watching Brianna and Caitlin bond must feel like a betrayal, but Reese's ego has probably already cooked up some conspiracy theory. Spoiler, it's not sabotage. People just prefer teammates who aren't insufferably dramatic.
At her peak, she's been one of the best top 5 defenders in the WNBA, and this is exactly what the Fever need. The Fever need defense on their bench. They don't need a scorer. They don't need somebody to go and take 20 shots a game. They don't even need someone to average 5 points per game. They literally need somebody that goes out there, knows their role, sets screens, rolls to the basket, shoots 50% on layups, can score a couple of fast break layups by just outrunning their matchup, gets rebounds and block shots.